welcome back to the cooking channel, and yeah, we're about to make some good right now. And here is the master chef in the flesh.
Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to be making some sweet and sour pork, also known as guobaolao. And I have already set the pan on high.
Yes.
We are going to be deep frying this after making the batter for the pork strips.
Oh,
so
snap.
About roughly 2 to 3 cups worth of cooking oil. I'm using corn oil. It always gives a nice golden yellow, brown, crisp looking to it, but you can use any kind of oil out there.
For sure.
And yes, so while that's going on, we are going to make the batter for our pork.
Oh snap, batter up.
This is 1 cup of cornstarch.
Okay.
And 1 cup of flour.
Nice.
And to this, I'm going to be adding 1 cup of water.
Mix that up a little bit.
I'm going to have to mix this a lot here.
Oh man.
And don't worry about your batter being too perfect. As long as there's no lump, it should be fine, because this is a very thick batter. That's what really gives a nice crusty crunch texture to the pork. So it should all work fine.
Nice. So how long until it's a good mix?
This already is good enough, to tell you the truth.
Okay.
We're just gonna let the pork sink in and work its way up. And to get the dirty work done, I have some gloves here. Also, I just personally don't feel good touching the raw meat that much. But I have my pork sitting in the fridge. Pork strips right here.
Oh snap!
That we just bought from the store earlier. And all you have to do is just throw everything in there. And the batter won't necessarily stick to the pork, so you really have to work and get your hands in there, making sure the batter is forcefully coated onto the meat.
Did we say what type of meat this is?
This is pork loin. It's the leaner part of the meat. I try to trim off all the fat, as you don't want that in your system as much.
For sure.
So here is what's going on. The batter.
Working and mixing that meat. Man.
So like I said, it's not going to stick to the meat as well. So you are just going to have to make yourself work to the meat so that you make a nice little coat for each and every part. So I've been kneading this dough and finally got all the meat covered in this nice batter. If your batter comes out too dry, you can always add a little bit more water, and if it's too runny, you should add some more cornstarch in there.
For sure.
And, a good way to test if your oil is ready or not is to always just throw in a little piece of your batter or a little piece of your meat. And there we go. And if it starts to bubble up like that and you can see it being fried, it means it's ready. So here we go. Pieces. And be patient. You want to make sure each and every slice of the meat is separate so that they don't become a whole block of just deep fried hardness.
For sure.
And this would probably require us to do 2 batches of deep frying. Don't worry, it's better than to overcrowd your pan and have something that's not evenly cooked through. This is supposed to be crispy and enjoyable.
And we're at, did we specify what temperature we're at?
I'm on high heat. It's always good to keep it on high heat.
Okay.
These are also fairly thinly sliced. They're not as thick, so as long as it's all golden brown, it should
be okay,
cooked all the way through.
Ooh, snap.
And when deep frying, if the temperature is too low, it may not cook all the way through, or it might just wash off the batter away. So you definitely want to make sure the temperature is on high when you're deep frying stuff.
Oh man, I'm excited, man. Oh man. Take a look at that.
And if you don't eat pork, you can always substitute with chicken, beef, or tofu, or even mushrooms. This is very versatile. So
wait, what kind of mushroom?
King oyster mushrooms, and
okay.
whole shiitake mushroom heads I've seen. So you can deep fry anything you want.
Ooh.
Maybe even potato fries, who knows, that might go really well.
Nice. Nice,
But
nice.
today we are doing pork. And I enjoy this very much. Every now and then. Gonna put one last.
One last one?
This batch.
For sure.
Alright. And we'll do the rest in our next one. So after you put all your meat into the oil, for the first 5 minutes, I would say just leave them. Don't try to stir them around too much. If you do that, the batter might come off from the meat, so you just want to let it first firm up. And then after 4 or 5 minutes, then you can start going in there and then breaking the meat into pieces so that they become individually deep fried and not become chunks. And there we go. We could start working on, and you can see the batter is really thick because cornstarch is what does that. It's going to become a very crispy slice of pork. And overall, I would say roughly 15 minutes, and that should be enough. Also, if you overcrowd the pan with too much ingredients, it may not cook all the way through evenly. So this is good enough. We'll be back after about 15 minutes, and in between, make sure you keep your eyes on and keep stirring so that all parts will be cooked through and nothing's being burnt.
For sure.
So it's been about 15 minutes. As you can see, they're nicely golden brown, very crispy looking. They're all separate from each other. And we are done with the first batch.
Ooh. Oh man.
So you know what? I'm going to be using this tool to help me make my life easier.
Make it faster.
A lot of people at the restaurant probably use the same method, the strainer. Just like I said, try to separate everything so that nothing's being steaming and taking the crispiness away.
Damn, that is beautiful. See that, guys? Guys, comment down below and see and say what you think of this masterpiece. Oh man.
Yes. And we are ready with our second batch.
Yes, yes. Part 2.
Get my safety gloves on. That touches the dirty part of the dish.
Oh yes, yes. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Alright, so another pour goes in.
Oh man. And then this is for another 10-15 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
So for the first 5 minutes, don't touch it. Let them firm up so that the batter won't separate from the meat. And after 5 minutes, it should be all good and good enough to go to be moved around. So we'll come back after 5 minutes. Just let it do its thing.
For sure. After 5.
And we are done with our second batch here. It's really well nice.
Damn!
Golden fried.
That golden. That golden.
Oh, make sure you turn off your stove.
Turn it off.
And we are going to set these aside. And we're going to let them cool off for just a little bit, not for too long, so that all the oil gets out of the meat. And it doesn't have to go away all the way, you know, just for a couple minutes, because in the meantime we are going to be working on the sauce, which comes all together within pretty much in 5 minutes. So so the first task is done, and to be honest, you can eat this on its own. Just dip it in some of your favorite sauce. It'll still taste good, but we are going to prepare it the way I want it to be.
Nice. Yep.
Alright, and I'm gonna move this, and we're gonna move on to making our sauce. We're back here now. We're preparing on the sauce, and the sauce is what really makes this dish. So it comes out really quick. The prep is not too hard. So here we are. Let me go walk you through with the ingredients. We've got some onions, got some bell pepper, some leeks, carrots, and zucchinis.
Nice.
And here are side ingredients that really make this dish bomb. It's some pineapple, canned. You can use fruit. You can use fresh ones if you can. Doesn't matter. And some woodier mushrooms.
Nice.
And like I said, this comes pretty easy. We just have the pan going on high heat. Turn on the fan here.
Is that just old regular old
rapeseed oil?
Rapeseed oil. Okay, nice.
Any vegetable oil works. We'll have that going on.
Are you on high or medium?
I'm on high.
Okay.
Medium high. There's some are
Nice, nice.
And we're gonna go with the peppers and the onion first.
Ah, snap. So you put the onions and the peppers? Green peppers?
Yes.
Okay.
And some leeks and carrots. This doesn't need too much cooking, just lightly fried. We're gonna put 2 cups of water in there and let everything come to a boil, so you don't have to make sure everything's all evenly cooked out.
Would you say there's a time when this is cooked?
You just have to cook it until the colors come out vibrantly. You see a lot of the leek and carrot, onion, peppers, they get their colors.
Okay.
As you can see. So now the zucchini.
Ooh, the zucchini bikini. Oh yeah. Damn. Smells good.
Yes, and before everything's all cooked, like I said, we're going to be putting 2 cups of water here.
2 cups of water, okay.
Purified water, and this is a ½ cup measuring cup, so we're going to do 4 of these.
Okay. Oh man.
I'm just going to do this. Damn, you could.
How many cups did you say?
2 cups.
2 cups, okay.
There we go. And we're just gonna let it come to a boil. Same heat, you don't have to change anything.
Okay.
And in the meantime, we're just gonna let everything, make sure everything's all well simmered.
How long is the simmer for?
As long as it comes to a boil, it's fine.
Okay.
And while this is going on, we're gonna season our sauce.
For sure. Let's season it up.
Now we're gonna season our sauce, and first thing that goes is 1 teaspoon of salt here. Oh, that's probably a lot more than I expected, but about a teaspoon of salt.
Teaspoon of salt.
And
is that soy sauce?
this is soy sauce. 2 teaspoons.
Yeah. 2 teaspoons of
soy sauce.
Oh man, that looks yummy. Can you guys smell it?
And about about a 1/4 cup of vinegar. So this is half cup, or you just like try to measure half of that.
Nice.
And 1 cup of sugar. And as always, for health benefit, I always try to use raw cane sugar here.
Raw cane sugar.
Turbinado sugar.
Okay.
You can use brown sugar too, or any regular sugar. It's up to you.
Like regular white sugar?
Yes.
Okay.
And 1 cup of that. There we go.
Oh man. And this is only the sauce, huh? Damn. Good look at that.
Alright, and now that we see the sauce is starting to boil, at this point we're going to add our other ingredients, the canned pineapple. And some woodier mushrooms. These were dried and I just soaked them in water. It doesn't take too long to rehydrate. This really gives a great texture to the sauce and this dish. So it's a must.
Oh. All that color.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And instead of canned pineapple, you can also use some apples or mangoes, even a can of fruit cocktail.
Okay.
And we're just gonna let this sit and boil, and as a very final touch, we're going to mix in some cornstarch slurry so it becomes a nice thick sauce.
Ooh.
So here we are, the very final step of making the sauce for sweet and sour pork. You see the sauce is boiling. Every ingredient should be nicely well cooked. And here I have the cornstarch slurry. To that ratio of liquid, 2 cups of water, I have about 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. This should do the trick.
And that's the result.
Yes, look how it'll fit in everything. Pour around it and mix everything up well together. Soon after you pour it in, otherwise you'll get lumps, and we don't want that.
Okay.
So I take it back. It didn't thicken the sauce as much as I wanted it, so I'm putting 1 more tablespoon with 1 more tablespoon of cornstarch and water mixture here. This really should do the trick this time. And it is getting nicely thick as I want it to be.
Because of course, in this channel, we like it thick.
Don't listen to that. Alright, and here we have it. We have the sauce ready. We're gonna just pour this right on top of our freshly deep fried pork and we're good to go.
For sure.
So I'm gonna transfer these to our serving plates, the biggest one that I have at home. It's also oval shape, which is interesting. Because we are serving for 4.
Oh yeah.
Oh, perfect. I think it's gonna
Oh yeah.
come out really nice.
Woo! Beautiful.
Nothing goes to waste, right? Every little bit.
Every little bit.
And for this, you can either pour your sauce in, or there are some people who prefer to dip it in the little bowl of the sauce. It's up to you. You find your own way how you enjoy this dish.
For sure, for sure.
And so we are going to pour this lovely sauce right on top of our meat. And here we go.
Mmm. Oh man. Putting that sauce all over that meat. I like it like that. So you'd say
Some of the liquid as well.
You say this is serving. This can serve 3 or 4 people,
Or maybe more, maybe
Or
5, I
more,
would say.
for
Who
sure.
knows? Depending on how much you eat. It's good. It goes well with some noodles or rice, up to you. And it's got lots of veggie, lots of fruit. Well, just one fruit, but nice, sweet and sour flavor. This is definitely a little delicacy that would brighten up your little Asian night.
Oh man! And look what we have over here. This masterpiece. Oh man! Woo! So, what is the last words with the master chef?
So enjoy it with rice. Enjoy it when hot. Again, this is sweet and sour pork, also known as guo bao lao.
For sure. And thank you guys again. Oh, and of course we have Mickey Bananas right here. We got Mickey Bananas part 2. If you want to see him in the first video, you know, check it out. You know, check that video over there. You know, to the left or to the right or whatever.
Click right here.
Click right here. Like, I'm not gonna do the editing. I'm just,
Yes.
Okay, so and yeah, we also have we have Rainbow Star
Raw.
raw.
No editing.
No editing. Okay. And yeah, thank you guys and enjoy.